Jevons Paradox, a comprehensive overview. Definition and historical context. Jevons paradox, named after the English economist William Stanley Jevons, describes the observation that increases in the efficiency of resource use can lead to an overall increase in consumption of that resource rather than a decrease as might be intuitively expected. This principle was first articulated in Jevons' 1865 book The Coal Question, where he noted that advancements in coal-fired steam engines resulted in a significant increase in coal consumption across various industries. Jevons posited that improvements in efficiency reduced the cost of using a resource, which in turn stimulates greater demand, thus countering the expectation that efficiency would lead to lower resource use. Key principles and mechanisms. The Jevons paradox primarily operates through what is known as the rebound effect. When efficiencies are introduced, the cost associated with resource use decreases, encouraging increased consumption. For instance, if a vehicle becomes more fuel efficient, the cost per mile driven decreases, leading to more miles driven and potentially increasing total fuel consumption. The paradox becomes particularly evident when the rebound effect exceeds 100%, meaning that the increase in demand surpasses the initial savings from increased efficiency. Modern economists have expanded on Jevons' observations, emphasizing that enhanced efficiency can lead to higher real incomes and economic growth, further driving up demand for resources. This is encapsulated in the Khazzoom-Brookes postulate, which asserts that improvements in energy efficiency typically lead to higher overall energy demand in the economy. Illustrative examples. 1. Automobiles. The classic example of the rebound effect is seen in the automotive sector. When cars become more fuel efficient, individuals often respond by driving more, whether it be longer trips or more frequent driving. Studies have shown that improvements in fuel economy can lead to increased total fuel consumption. Illustrating the paradox. 2. Agriculture. In agricultural contexts, increased crop yields may reduce the land needed for cultivation. However, higher yields can lead to increased profitability, prompting farmers to expand production, thereby increasing overall land use. 3. Artificial intelligence. The efficiency gains in AI technologies have also demonstrated the characteristics of Jevons paradox. As AI becomes more efficient and accessible, its use proliferates, leading to increased overall demand for computational power. Industry leaders such as Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella have acknowledged this phenomenon, noting that efficiency drives demand. Debate and policy implications. The implications of Jevons paradox have sparked considerable debate among economists and policymakers. Some argue that efficiency gains should be paired with conservation strategies, like green taxes or cap-and-trade systems, to effectively manage consumption levels. Critics of Jevons paradox, on the other hand, suggest that while it may hold true in specific contexts, empirical evidence for its widespread applicability is limited. Timeline of key events. 1865, William Stanley Jevons publishes The Coal Question, introducing the paradox. 1980s, economists Daniel Khazzoom and Leonard Brookes revisit the concept, applying it to energy markets. 1992, Harry Saunders coins the term Khazzoom-Brookes postulate, asserting that energy efficiency increases overall energy consumption. 2000s present, ongoing discussions around the implications of efficiency improvements across various sectors, including transportation, agriculture, and technology, emphasize both potential benefits and challenges in resource management. Conclusion. Jevons paradox serves as a critical reminder that technological advancements alone may not suffice to reduce resource consumption. Instead, comprehensive policies are essential to manage the complex interplay between efficiency, demand, and sustainability. As society grapples with pressing environmental challenges, understanding and addressing the dynamics of Jevons paradox will be crucial for developing effective resource management strategies. Jevons paradox, counterintuitive insights. Introduction to the paradox. The Jevons Paradox illustrates a counterintuitive reality in resource consumption. Efficiency improvements can lead to increased total consumption rather than decreased consumption, defying the common expectation that better efficiency will reduce resource use. This phenomenon can be traced back to 1865, when English economist William Stanley Jevons observed that advancements in coal-fired steam engines resulted in increased coal consumption across industries rather than a decrease. Mechanisms behind the paradox. 1. Rebound effect. This is the primary mechanism behind Jevons paradox. When a technological advancement makes the use of a resource more efficient, it typically reduces the cost of using that resource. For instance, improved fuel efficiency in vehicles decreases the cost per mile, leading consumers to drive more often or longer distances. If the increase in demand for the resource exceeds the efficiency gains, total consumption rises. 2. Price elasticity of demand. The extent to which the rebound effect occurs depends on the price elasticity of demand for the good. If demand is elastic, a small decrease in cost due to increased efficiency can lead to a significant increase in consumption, resulting in the Jevons paradox. Conversely, if demand is inelastic, the consumption may not increase as much, potentially leading to an overall decrease in resource use. 3. Economic growth and real incomes. Improved efficiency can lead to increases in real income and stimulate economic growth. As people become wealthier, their consumption patterns change, often resulting in higher overall demand for resources. This aspect of the paradox highlights that efficiency gains can inadvertently fuel broader economic activity, which can in turn increase total resource consumption. Illustrative case studies. 1. Automobiles. The expectation might be that improved fuel efficiency in cars will lead to reduced fuel consumption. However, studies show that when cars become more fuel efficient, people tend to drive more, negating the expected savings. This can cause total fuel consumption to rise despite individual cars using less fuel per mile. 2. Agriculture. In agricultural contexts, if farmers achieve higher crop yields due to improved efficiencies, they may be incentivized to expand their operations, potentially leading to increased land use and greater overall resource consumption rather than a reduction. 3. Artificial intelligence. The advent of more efficient AI technologies demonstrates the Jevons paradox as well. As AI becomes more efficient, its applications proliferate, leading to increased demand for computational resources. Prominent tech industry figures have noted that efficiency increases can create a skyrocketing demand for AI capabilities, further validating the paradox. Debate and policy implications. The implications of the Jevons paradox have led to substantial debate among economists and policymakers. While some argue that efficiency improvements should inherently lead to reduced consumption, others caution that without accompanying policies to manage demand, such improvements may exacerbate resource depletion and environmental degradation. 1. Khazzoom or Brookes postulate. Formulated in the 1980s, this postulate extends the Jevons paradox by asserting that energy efficiency improvements will lead to increased energy consumption at the macroeconomic level. It posits that while efficiency may reduce energy use in individual markets' microeconomic level, the overall effect across the economy is likely to be an increase in energy demand. 2. Conservation policies. To counteract the potential rise in consumption associated with efficiency gains, environmental economists advocate for policies such as green taxes or cap-and-trade systems to maintain or elevate the cost of resource use. These would help control the rebound effect and ensure that efficiency improvements contribute to actual reductions in resource consumption. Counterintuitive outcomes. Efficiency does not equal conservation. The most significant counterintuitive insight from the Jevons paradox is that increasing efficiency does not automatically lead to conservation or reduced consumption. This challenges conventional wisdom and suggests that without strategic interventions, efforts to improve efficiency could paradoxically lead to greater consumption. Economic growth as a double-edged sword. While economic growth is often viewed positively in the context of resource consumption, it can exacerbate the challenges posed by the Jevons paradox, as efficiency drives growth. It can lead to increased demand for resources that outstrips any savings gained through more efficient practices. Sector-specific variability. The applicability of the Jevons paradox varies significantly across sectors. In mature markets like oil, the direct rebound effect tends to be smaller, leading to reduced resource use despite efficiency gains. However, in emerging technologies and sectors, the rebound effect can be substantial, leading to higher consumption levels. Conclusion. The Jevons paradox serves as a critical reminder that technological advancements alone are insufficient to curb resource consumption. It underscores the need for comprehensive policies that combine efficiency improvements with mechanisms to manage demand. As we navigate sustainability challenges, recognizing the counterintuitive outcomes of efficiency gains will be essential in crafting effective resource management strategies. The paradox advocates for a nuanced understanding of the relationship between efficiency consumption and economic growth, urging a holistic approach to sustainability. Important content in the Jevons Paradox report that is often overlooked. 1. Historical context and relevance. Many discussions around Jevons paradox tend to focus on its implications for current energy consumption and resource management, but the historical context provided by William Stanley Jevons in the 19th century reveals critical insights about technological progress and its unintended consequences. Jevons observed that the industrial advancements, particularly in steam engine efficiency, led to increased coal consumption rather than its anticipated reduction. This historical observation serves as a cautionary tale that can be applied to modern technologies such as renewable energy and electric vehicles, where efficiency gains could similarly lead to increased resource consumption. Significance. Recognizing the historical precedents of the paradox encourages a critical examination of contemporary technologies and policies. Preventing a naive reliance on efficiency improvements as a standalone solution to resource depletion. 2. Rebound effect mechanisms. The report details the mechanisms behind the rebound effect, which is central to understanding Jevons paradox. It explains how improved efficiency reduces costs, leading to increased consumption. However, this connection can be overlooked when discussing efficiency policies. The subtleties of price elasticity and consumer behavior, such as the difference between elastic and inelastic demand, are crucial in predicting whether the rebound effect will exceed the efficiency gains. Significance. Understanding these mechanisms enables policymakers to anticipate and mitigate potential increases in resource consumption when implementing efficiency improvements. For instance, knowing that a 20% increase in efficiency could lead to a 40% increase in travel if demand is elastic informs better regulatory frameworks. 3. Khazzoom-Brookes postulate. The report mentions the Khazzoom-Brookes postulate, which builds on Jevons' observations by asserting that improvements in energy efficiency will ultimately lead to an increase in total energy consumption across the economy. This postulate has often been overshadowed by more immediate discussions about direct energy efficiency gains. Significance. The Khazzoom-Brookes postulate emphasizes the broader economic implications of efficiency measures. It encourages an integrated approach to energy policy that considers not only immediate efficiency gains but also the long-term economic dynamics that could counteract those gains, necessitating a more holistic view of sustainability. 4. Policy implications and conservation strategies. The report highlights the debate regarding the effectiveness of efficiency strategies in achieving sustainability goals. It suggests that without complementary policies such as green taxes or cap-and-trade systems, efficiency gains may not lead to the desired reduction in consumption. Significance. This insight is critical for environmental policymakers. It underscores the need for a multifaceted approach to sustainability that combines efficiency improvements with regulatory measures to manage demand, effectively addressing the potential pitfalls of the rebound effect. Ignoring this could lead to wasted resources and failed environmental objectives. 5. Application beyond energy. The report extends the concept of Jevons paradox beyond energy consumption to other sectors such as agriculture and artificial intelligence. The examples included demonstrate that increased efficiency in crop yields can lead to expanded agricultural practices, while efficiency gains in AI lead to heightened demand for computing power. Significance: this broader application of the paradox serves as a reminder that the principles of demand and consumption are ubiquitous, affecting various domains beyond just energy. Recognizing this can help industries anticipate and manage the unintended consequences of their technological advancements. 6. Criticism and controversy. There exists a significant debate regarding the universal applicability of the Jevons paradox. Critics point out that the direct rebound effect might not always be significant, especially in mature markets, suggesting that increased efficiency could still lead to reduced consumption under certain conditions. Significance: this criticism is vital for fostering nuanced discussions around the paradox. It encourages ongoing research and empirical evidence gathering to understand the contexts in which Jevons paradox holds true versus those in which traditional efficiency strategies might succeed without exacerbating consumption. This distinction is crucial for tailoring effective environmental policies. 7. Technological optimism and human behavior. The report touches on the human behavioral aspects that influence the rebound effect, emphasizing that increased efficiency often leads to new consumer behaviors that prioritize convenience and accessibility, ultimately leading to greater consumption. Significance: recognizing the interplay between human behavior and technological advancements is essential for developing policies that not only improve efficiency but also promote sustainable consumption practices. This behavioral insight can guide educational campaigns and community initiatives aimed at fostering responsible resource use. In summary, the Jevons paradox encapsulates a complex interplay between efficiency, consumption, and human behavior. Recognizing the often overlooked aspects such as historical context, economic principles, and the necessity of comprehensive policy approaches is crucial for effectively addressing the challenges of sustainability in a rapidly advancing technological landscape. These insights not only enhance our understanding of past phenomena but also inform future strategies in resource management and environmental policy. The Jevons paradox presents complex interactions between efficiency improvements and resource consumption that are vital for understanding economic and environmental dynamics. Here are 4 valuable points for in-depth analysis and discussion. 1. Historical context and foundation of the paradox. The Jevons paradox, articulated by William Stanley Jevons in his 1865 work The Coal Question, highlights the unexpected outcome where increased efficiency in resource use leads to greater overall consumption. This challenges the intuitive notion that efficiency should always lead to reduced resource use. Jevons observed that advancements in coal-fired steam engines resulted in higher coal consumption, countering the expectation that efficiency would mitigate resource depletion. This historical perspective is crucial as it sets the stage for understanding modern implications of the paradox in various sectors such as energy, transportation, and agriculture. 2. The rebound effect. Central to the Jevons paradox is the rebound effect, which occurs when lower costs due to increased efficiency stimulate higher demand for the resource. This effect can exceed 100%, meaning that total consumption can rise even more than the initial savings from efficiency improvements. For instance, improved fuel efficiency in automobiles may lead to consumers driving more, thereby increasing total fuel consumption despite individual vehicles using less fuel per mile. Analyzing the mechanics of the rebound effect is essential for policymakers aiming to design effective energy conservation strategies, as it underscores the need for complementary measures to control demand. 3. Khazzoom or Brookes postulate. In the 1980s, economists Khazzoom and Brookes expanded on Jevons' insights by positing that improvements in energy efficiency would likely lead to increased total energy consumption in the economy. This postulate suggests that energy efficiency gains not only lower the effective cost of energy use but also contribute to economic growth, which increases overall energy demand. This perspective is critical for understanding macroeconomic implications and the potential limitations of efficiency-focused policies in achieving sustainability goals. The debate surrounding the validity of this postulate informs discussions on how best to balance efficiency improvements with resource conservation. 4. Policy implications and the need for comprehensive strategies. The Jevons Paradox raises significant questions about the effectiveness of current energy conservation policies that focus solely on improving efficiency. Evidence suggests that without accompanying measures such as green taxes, cap-and-trade systems, or direct conservation initiatives, efficiency gains may inadvertently lead to greater resource consumption. Therefore, a multifaceted approach that combines technological advancements with regulatory frameworks is necessary to ensure that efficiency improvements contribute to sustainable resource management. This entails not only understanding the economic incentives driving consumer behavior but also implementing policies that align with environmental sustainability objectives. In summary, the Jevons Paradox encapsulates the intricate relationship between efficiency demand and consumption, necessitating a critical examination of historical context, economic theories, behavioral responses, and policy implications to navigate the challenges of resource sustainability. 1. The tragedy of the commons. This concept, popularized by Garrett Hardin in 1968, describes a situation where individuals acting in their own self-interest deplete shared resources, leading to overall detriment. For example, in a common grazing area, each farmer may add more livestock for personal gain, resulting in overgrazing and degradation of the land, similar to how increased efficiency in resource use can lead to greater overall consumption. 2. The Downs-Thomson Paradox. This paradox illustrates how increasing road capacity can lead to worse traffic congestion. As more lanes are added and driving becomes easier, more people opt to drive, increasing overall traffic volume rather than alleviating congestion. This is akin to Jevons Paradox, where efficiency gains in transportation lead to higher overall fuel consumption. 3. The Safe Development Paradox. In sociohydrology, this paradox suggests that building reservoirs to mitigate water shortages can lead to increased water consumption. As water becomes more readily available, it encourages more development and agricultural expansion, ultimately exacerbating the initial problem of water scarcity. This reflects the rebound effect seen in Jevons Paradox, where improved efficiency or availability of a resource leads to increased overall demand. Future outlook. Predictions for Jevons Paradox. As we look towards the future, the implications of Jevons Paradox will continue to shape our understanding of resource consumption, sustainability, and technological advancement. Here are several key predictions for how Jevons Paradox may manifest in various sectors over the coming decades. 1. Energy sector dynamics. The energy sector will likely face increasing challenges due to the Jevons Paradox. As renewable energy technologies become more efficient and cost-effective, there could be a significant rebound effect. For instance, advancements in solar panel efficiency may lower the cost of electricity generation, leading to increased consumption rather than the anticipated decrease. This could result in higher overall energy demand, potentially undermining efforts to reduce fossil fuel reliance. Policymakers will need to implement regulatory frameworks such as carbon pricing or renewable energy quotas to mitigate these rebound effects and ensure that efficiency gains translate into actual reductions in consumption. 2. Transportation evolution. In transportation, the trend of increasing fuel efficiency will likely continue, particularly with the rise of electric and hybrid vehicles. However, the Jevons Paradox suggests that as these vehicles become cheaper to operate, total vehicle miles traveled (VMT) may increase. This could exacerbate traffic congestion and urban sprawl. Future urban planning will need to integrate strategies that promote public transportation and discourage excessive car use, possibly through congestion pricing or investment in biking and walking infrastructure. 3. Artificial intelligence and computing power. The growth of artificial intelligence (AI) technologies exemplifies Jevons Paradox. As AI systems become more efficient, the demand for computational resources will likely skyrocket, leading to increased energy consumption in data centers. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella has already noted that AI's efficiency gains can lead to exponentially higher demand. Therefore, future developments in AI will need to prioritize energy-efficient computing and advocate for policies that manage and limit overall energy use in tech sectors. 4. Agricultural practices. In agriculture, advancements in crop yield efficiency may lead to increased land usage rather than conservation of land. For example, if farmers can produce more crops per acre at lower costs, they may expand cultivation areas or increase production of other crops. This could lead to deforestation or habitat destruction if not managed carefully. Sustainable agricultural practices will need to be promoted alongside efficiency improvements, perhaps through incentives for conservation tillage or organic farming. 5. Water resource management. The Jevons Paradox may also apply to water usage. Efficient irrigation technologies can lead to increased agricultural output, which may encourage farmers to cultivate more land or grow more water-intensive crops. This could strain local water resources, especially in arid regions. Future water management policies will need to consider the rebound effect and incorporate strategies such as water pricing, conservation education, and investment in sustainable water practices. 6. Behavioral economic insights. Understanding consumer behavior will be crucial in addressing the Jevons Paradox. As efficiency improves, consumer perceptions of resource use may shift, leading to increased consumption. Future research in behavioral economics could provide insights into how to structure incentives and education campaigns to promote conservation alongside efficiency. For instance, framing energy savings in terms of environmental impact rather than financial savings could encourage more sustainable consumption patterns. 7. Global economic growth and resource demand. As developing economies continue to grow, the demand for resources will likely increase, compounding the effects of Jevons Paradox. Improved efficiency in resource use may fuel economic growth, leading to higher overall consumption. This trend suggests that global policies focused solely on efficiency improvements may be insufficient for sustainable resource management. International cooperation will be necessary to establish standards and regulations that balance efficiency gains with responsible consumption. 8. Policy frameworks and interventions. Finally, effective policy frameworks will be essential in navigating the challenges posed by Jevons Paradox. Governments may need to adopt multifaceted approaches that combine efficiency improvements with conservation measures. This could include implementing cap-and-trade systems, green taxes, and regulatory standards that limit resource consumption. Policymakers will need to engage with various stakeholders, including businesses, consumers, and environmental groups, to create comprehensive strategies that address both the rebound effect and broader sustainability goals. Conclusion. In summary, the future implications of Jevons Paradox are complex and multifaceted, affecting various sectors from energy to agriculture. As efficiency improves, the potential for increased resource consumption presents significant challenges for sustainability efforts. A proactive approach involving targeted policies, consumer behavior insights, and global cooperation will be critical in mitigating these effects and ensuring that efficiency gains contribute positively to environmental sustainability.